Hi there, welcome to the Kenny Veach Cave mystery. Today I want to continue on looking at articles, analysing, picking up on any key important information which may have been overlooked, and even past info which I might have never seen before or heard of, and that could apply to you. Recently we did one and it was of people's interest and especially of mine. If you'd like to catch up on that because it was a very important detail, top right corner of the screen, click on that eye symbol. You'll be able to catch up there if you haven't already watched it. Make sure to do so when you do have time. Right now though, we need to continue on with some other article. I'm doing it now before they do get deleted or disappear because we've seen the cycle within the Kenny Veach case, okay? If you notice anything strange, be sure to let me know down below in the comments section. Share your thoughts, opinions, questions, whatever it may be. What I can also do is look back at the last video's comments and catch up there later on in this video. But I think it's worth starting off with the article first of all. And if there is time later, I might cover a second one. We'll just see how we are for time. Welcome to those that are currently here in this live video premiere. Share your thoughts, opinions in the live chat box on the right hand side of the screen. And anyone catching up on replay later, leave your thoughts down below. It'll help spread awareness of this case and with engagement too. Down below, pinned comment by me with some additional links. If you wish to check them out, feel free to do so. Any shout outs? Shout out to the odd individual here and there in the background for support on the channel, much appreciated. And yeah, let's just get straight into the first article and see what's been said. The title of this article reads, "Man completely disappeared after finding cave near Area 51 claiming to have strong vibrations." This was posted by Poppy Bilderbeck. Never seen this article before, and it's on the website UniLad. I think last time we looked at Lad Bible. I think this is like UK media, so it'll be interesting to see how they portray the story. Caption just below the title, "Hiker and YouTuber Kenny Veach hasn't been seen since setting out in search for a hidden cave near Area 51. This was published June 26, 2023. So for this person, Poppy, yes, Mary Poppins, whatever it may be, is claiming Kenny has never been seen since the original hike, 2014, his final hike. Well, if Poppy did some research, such as my channel, you would find evidence suggesting and hinting the possibilities that he's still alive and he was seen onwards, such as 2018 or more so 2022 with a phone call made, right? So I'm already expecting that this article will not include research by me and others, which is typical. As for the title, about finding a cave near Area 51, well, we've already mentioned that before in the last video, no need to bring it up again. It's just used to get the reader's attention, right? The only time when I use Area 51 in my video titles is when there is a direct link or a theory, okay? These people use these keywords and names because they're familiar, they stand out, grabs the reader's attention, right? I've already caught on long before, right? Got a photo there of Kenny from his recorded hike, his second one, which is on his channel. It says last updated June 26, 2023. I think it needs more updating though. Anyway, Kenny Veach here is described as a hiker and YouTuber. Is that correct? I mean, kind of. He's a hiker, yes. He uploaded videos to his YouTube channel. But does it make you a YouTuber? What's the true definition of a YouTuber? Maybe it's as rough as long as you upload videos to your channel, that qualifies you. I guess they don't use the term content creator because if they did, then that would be more formal, apart from joining the YouTube partner program and all that. So maybe we can be lenient there for once and show a bit of leniency in the past as well to the previous articles. Fair enough. Kenny Veach hasn't been seen since setting out in search for a hidden cave near Area 51. The 47-year-old experienced hiker first discovered a hidden cave near Area 51 in 2014. Now, to be honest, if this is re-quoting what Kenny Veach originally said, well, this does not add up. It's okay saying Area 51, but Kenny Veach said he found the M cave on his unrecorded hike, unprepared, not prepared for it, wasn't expecting to come across it, and that was near, as he described, Nellis Air Force Base. So you got the general area being described as Area 51, and you've also got the general area described as Nellis Air Force Base. But if you wanted to be very specific, okay, we're not talking about US standards, we're talking about upper class. I'm taking the piss there in case you're wondering. But if you wanted to be very specific, you'd say Area 51, the actual base, is nowhere near the hike, and Nellis Air Force Base is nowhere near the hike. But military land in ownership of those type of people, or military in general, yes, it is near the hiking spot, and supposedly where Kenny came across the cave. See, for outsiders and people from other countries, they may get the wrong end of the stick, hence why there's a lot of misinformation. That's why I have to be awkward, why I have to be direct at times and specific. Okay, US people out there may think, yeah, but we know what it means, we know the terms, it's all under control here. It might be for you, but what about the rest of the population of the world? People from India, people from Germany, etc. Because when I look at the statistics, there's quite a few people over that way that get involved in the case that wouldn't understand. So that's why I've got to clear it up. Now, continue reading. After publicly documenting and speaking about his findings on YouTube, Veach was urged by followers to retrace his tracks, find the cave again, and investigate further. Little did people realise the explorer's third expedition would be his last. Now, I wonder if it will go into detail about his second one. So first of all, documenting and speaking about his findings. Kenny didn't document in that sense. He spoke about his findings. He tried documenting it in his second hike and was unsuccessful. It didn't work. It's interesting how the last few articles that we've read out, it's not been talking about how the audience bullied Kenny or forced him out there. They just encouraged him. That's the way I've seen it most of the time, right? But when it comes to the general public, right, they do the blame game. They blame everybody else at the time that was encouraging Kenny out there, and they reword it from encouragement to bullying and peer pressure. At the end of the day, Kenny Veach is a hiker, right? He's interested in that type of stuff, the terrain, and even exploring caves. So whether people encouraged him or not, he would have gone out there at some point eventually, right? Yeah, credit to the channel Kenny Veach there, snakebitmgee. Actually, hold on. snakebitmgee none. One. What? That sounds weird. I didn't think that was his username. Never mind. After discovering the cave in 2014, Veach first publicly spoke about his findings in the comment section of a video. Yeah, son of Area 51 technician. One time on my hikes near Nellis Air Force Base, found a cave, peculiar, began to vibrate, closer I got scared, hightailed out there. Yeah, we've seen all that. Despite his fear, encouraged by his followers, Veach returned to the cave. As per Nevada magazine, the 47-year-old was armed with a 9mm handgun and a video camera as he started the 10-hour hike on very dangerous terrain back to find a cave in a mountain located right next to a bombing range. Finally, they give a clear description. About time. That's better. But they still don't mention the name of the area. You know, Sheep Range, Joe May Canyon, Joe May Road, Picture Canyon. Why don't these articles never mention those names? Because, to be fair, if you go on Google Earth satellite imagery, it is there, right? It is labelled, named. Maybe not every single spot, but the important ones that stand out, even Wild Horse Pass. It's that simple to find the descriptions. I don't know why people don't do it. Anyway, however, Veach couldn't find a mysterious cave. I found a tarantula tortoise around, but I could not find a cave. He wrote on social media, yeah. Decided to venture back for a third time on 10th of November 2014, correct. After his followers were left disappointed by the outcome of his second expedition, yeah. Alas, one comment now haunts Veach's page. Well, it did. It doesn't anymore. If Poppy did a research, she would know that Lemmy Kilmister, the comment was deleted in the end and it's no longer available. In quotes, "No, do not go back there. If you do, you'll find that cave entrance. You won't get out." Mostly a troll account prank gone wrong. After not returning from the short overnight trip, he told his family he was going on. The search for Veach began. So do you know what's very interesting here? It's described, and it has been worded in the past by either family members or Kenny Veach, that Kenny was going for a short overnight trip. But in the last article what we read out, which was re-quoting Kenny Veach, it said like 3 days. A short overnight trip would be 1.5 days, 2 days max. And Kenny said he's going for 3 days. There's a 1 day difference. Why does it seem to get all mixed up there? What the hell's going on? Do people pick up on that? It's weird, isn't it? Anyway, what's this? He told his family he was going on. The search for Veach began. Well, that seems a bit abrupt, the way that's been worded there. Basically, Kenny, let's just clear this up because this article's a bit shit. So, 10th of November 2014, Kenny Veach goes out there on his final supposed hike. He does contact his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend or so, in the morning, around 6 o'clock in the morning, I think. Basically saying he's going out there, right? And then there's silence for a few days. The girlfriend said she reported Kenny missing shortly after that. That's a lie, because the official police report states that Kenny was reported missing 7 to 8 days later. 7 to 8 days longer, to the point where there'd probably be no chance of survival with Kenny Veach out there if he was stranded. Why was the girlfriend so slow in reporting Kenny missing? And why did the girlfriend lie? I wonder. So, because of that, it was 22nd of November when search and rescue that came across the cell phone located near the abandoned mine shaft. As for the trail, the scent led up to it, but past that point, it ended. Came to a dead end, right? So this article does fail to include those key, dates and stuff. Here we go. Conspiracy theories surrounding what happened to Veach flooded the internet. Veach unveiling government secrets, alien forces, seeing a drug deal. What a load of bollocks. I've never seen that before. Being attacked by an animal, faking his death. However, the hiker's alleged girlfriend eventually took to YouTube to address his disappearance. See, this is what I mean. When it comes to the Kenny Veach case, all the ignorant, arrogant, impetuous, one-dimensional peasants, majority of outsiders out there, just have that instant expectation that the Kenny Veach case is all about conspiracy theories. Have people forgotten you can have a theory and a conspiracy theory? Two separate things, okay? You can have an idea, you can have a fact. You can turn an idea into a fact. You can unravel a supposed fact into an idea which was masked in persuasive language. Humans really need to understand language because it's really, really lacking. And we're talking about common sense here, not higher end stuff, okay? Now, the bit about drug deal, what a load of rubbish. Never heard that before. I don't know why people bring that up. I think it's just people throwing it out there, to be honest. Maybe one article mentioned it and then more did after. Anyway, about the girlfriend, saying that she explained she used to hike with Veach all over the Nevada desert, investigating abandoned mining towns with as many caves, mine shafts, supposedly, not exactly proven. Ultimately, Veach's alleged girlfriend, a user named Sharon Pilgrim, revealed she believes the hiker died by suicide. Well, she thinks he died by suicide. She's not 100% sure. So that says a lot, doesn't it? Veach battling depression for many years and the girlfriend not really taking much action with it. And she's in the mental health field. And she also jokes about Kenny's depression, saying, "Don't pull a Robin Williams on me." Yeah, why do these articles forget all that about the girlfriend? Is it because these articles and these typical UK people being politically correct, the mental health bandwagon and all of that, because people will relate to it and nod their head like yes men, yes women, but not take into consideration all the other important factors? I think so. And it goes here saying, referring to take medication or see a doctor, refusing to. Is that so? Yeah, more could have been done, to be fair, if that was the case. Pilgrim said he quit his job a little more than a year before he disappeared. Search for him was started within a couple of days of my call. That's a lie. It was 7 days later, not a couple. Lie. Over 30 search and rescue team members. Do you know what? Fuck this. We're going to get a screenshot. Now, I don't know if we've got the original comment by Sharon saying reporting a missing, but in a separate video or a short video, I can definitely do it. Anyway, over 30 search and rescue team members searched 3 different times on foot. 1 helicopter flyover was done, and there was no trace of Kenny or any of his camping things. As is, they found his car in the area. I told them it would be. Yeah, we saw all this, didn't we? About 4-hour hike from the mine shaft to the car. Yeah. It's my feeling he left it behind, so he couldn't be traced. Don't even take it out there into the desert in the first place if you don't want to be traced. Common sense. Stupid, isn't it? He also did not take his video camera. But Sharon, you said in another comment that although he didn't take his video camera, he did supposedly take another camera because it was missing around the house. Why did the articles never mention that? I wonder. Yeah. So you say he had no intention of filming anything, even though the text conversation before going missing, Kenny Veach with Hunter Veach said, oh, I'm going out there and afterwards I've got a surprise for you. Now, I wonder what that surprise was. I wonder. Now, share this with you for 2 reasons. Firstly, you have more of an understanding of Kenny was, bring some peace, understanding. If any of you do decide to go out there, be careful, bring enough food, water. So basically, ex-girlfriend encouraging random people to put more effort into searching for Kenny than family members. Right, got it. Cameras were reportedly lowered into the mine shaft near where Veach's phone was located, but no sign of the hiker was found. Though in 2016, Jeff Clark, unaware at the time, did go in there and accidentally capture a crystal skull, a mystery. His body still has never been recovered, and so the mystery remains unsolved. Well, yeah, his body has never been recovered, so there's no proof to say he's dead. Let's be realistic. But there is more evidence to suggest he's alive compared to dead. Right? Oh, here we go. We got all the phone calls and all that. No harm. Just share it on screen. If anyone needs to use it, feel free to do so or whatever. Or if you want a consultation with Dr. Raff, the door is open. Alternative healing. Now, with that being said and done, let's now focus on the YouTube comments. Let me just adjust it to the newest comments. So I do think that, to be honest, that article was a bit short, a bit piss poor. I think we can do another article after these comments, so don't go anywhere. Just thought we'll break up in between. We got Lightbulb Guys. Shout out to Lightbulb Guys first. Andrew Culver in the background. It's even though I'm aware of Andrew in the past being around in the Kenny Veach case. I seem to remember him more in the Dylan Rouse case, but I guess it's just because back then Andrew's username was Andrew Culver and he actually had a default profile picture in the past. But, you know, it just goes to show how long like a viewer like this has been around for and how consistent they've been. So that's all good. We got a guy called Reaper Boy saying second, interesting profile picture. Yeah. Cleo, thank you for the video. You're welcome. Glad you like it. Jeff Clark saying very common descriptor to describe the entire restricted border as Area 51. So I would not read anything into it or out of anyone using that term for the border. Only 3 miles west of Kenny's location. The CIA did not even admit that the base or name Area 51 existed at all until about 11 years ago, when they were sued and caught over, so it's not surprising that people still use the name in various contexts. Yeah, as for the people in the US, it might be a common occurrence to be labelling this and that as Area 51, but always remember there'll be outsiders and many people from other countries that will misunderstand it, and not that it will happen, but by the odd chance it did, and someone thought, oh, it's near Area 51, and they literally go to one of the gates, entrances of Area 51, you know what can happen. So there can be at least one outsider that can provide light and understanding. There's no harm there. Ron saying, where can I buy an MCave t-shirt? My Area 51 shirt was abducted. Oh no, Ron. Oh God, Ron, what are you doing? You got to keep hold of your shirts. okay? They're just going to magically disappear off you. You better have a full wardrobe full of them. But at least you got your little scarf. Your magic scarf can at least keep you warm, so that's something. As for the MCave t-shirts, well, if you reach out to Sean Horlacker on YouTube, he does have MCave t-shirts available to buy. What do I provide, though? Well, I've got my haircut and hairline shaped as the MCave. You'll see it for reference in past videos. Shout out to Glenn. We've got Glomerous saying, with Raph in action, Kenny has no chance to remain missing. Keep up your digging, bro. Okay, so I appreciate that. Welcome to the channel, Glomerous. Hopefully you enjoyed the videos. Is this Brian? Yeah, it's Brian. 40 miles out and 40 miles back in 3 days. Good luck with that. That's true. That's true. Because even if it was in 3 days, and even if Kenny Veach could do 10 miles every day, there'd still be a day left over where he wouldn't be able to make it back, really. And we've seen how exhausted he was when he did 10 miles. What's this? What the hell is this? Oh no, Ron. Ron! I don't know if Kurt Wadsworth has shown up again, but we've got a cross-dresser popping on in with Resistance. Who's this? Cross-dressing fun with Monica Marie? 6 years ago. So this isn't a default profile quite like that, but whilst they're cross-dressing, I think they've got their mind slightly crossed. A misunderstanding. So the cross-dresser says, just shut the hell up already and get to the facts. Your opinion is boring. Well, to be honest, cross-dressing, Monica, your presence is boring me, okay? What's the response? Christy, we love you too. I don't, certainly not. So we've got cross-dressers coming on in. Where were you, Monica? Where were you during the Dylan Rounds case? Where were you when Kurt Wadsworth had a red dress on? Ron, I think you got to herd them like cows. Get them up together, come on. Right. Now, we've got another dodgy account saying, get YouTube views. Well, that's perfect, isn't it? I think if you go off in a different direction, you could help a few other people out. You say, if you posted more, my day would be so much better. Well, to be honest, I post almost every single day. And to be honest, I uploaded about 100 videos in about 50 days at one point. I went to the extreme. So, you know, if you were around at that time, you would have been extremely satisfied and not in a dodgy way. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We got Samantha saying, that comment, in quotes, I got back from a 10-hour hike yesterday. I've read that comment before. I believe it's on his Facebook page and he's replying to his nephew. Right. I don't remember seeing that. Maybe I'll have a look sometime. But you mentioned about replying back to the nephew. Are you sure, Samantha, you're not getting mixed up with the video that I did in the past where Susan passed it on to me and I did a video covering the text conversation between Kenny Veach and Hunter Veach before Kenny went missing? Mousetrap, you're welcome. Shout out to Mousetrap. Then we've got this person here with a phone covering their face. Mysterious, joined 12 years ago. Colin Burr. 40 miles in that heat, something is going on. Yeah, I don't think he'd be able to do 40 miles in that heat. Even if he did it over a couple of days, after the 10-hour hike, I just don't think it's possible. And last but not least, Skeptical. Too bad Kenny's original comments post aren't still available. One of the quotes written in this report sounds like they watched Kenny's video, then wrote what they think he would have posted. Does that make sense? Yeah, I understand what you're saying. But part of me does genuinely think that when it comes to the quotes, I've never really come across any inaccuracies there. Okay, I might be wrong. Other people may have seen it differently. But out of all the articles that I've read, whether it be the Dylan Rounds case or Kenny Veach, right? When I've seen original comments and how they compare to how they're re-quoted on articles, news reports, it tends to be very accurate. They seem to take that bit serious, I guess because of legal reasons, because they don't want to be putting false words into somebody else's mouth. But when it comes to the information part in general, that tends to be where people make the mistakes. I guess there's more leniency there and less research done. So yeah, with that being said and done, let's now head on over to the other article, catch up there, see if it's any different to the first one. The title of this article reads, "The Chilling Story of How Kenny Veach Disappeared Whilst Looking for a Mysterious Vibrating Cave Near Area 51. And this is by Rivi Leon. Now, once again, using Area 51 as an eye-catching tagline, handle, headline, whatever you want to call it. And you know why there is such double standards and patheticness? Is that all these articles can use the term Area 51 when describing Kenny Veach and where the cave is located. And these Americans can say, well, we're fine with that because we understand it 100%. And yet, if I did a video on YouTube right now and I titled it Area 51 and I said that's where the cave is or that's where Kenny Veach went missing, I guarantee you there would be at least one comment at some point and maybe more criticising me for misinformation and clickbait. Oh, but it's okay to word it here. No problems. Don't see anyone else complaining. But whenever I do it, oh yes. How ironic is that? Anyway, let's move on. Got Kenny there, I've seen this before, on his Facebook page. Right, on November 10th, 2014, 47-year-old solo hiker, true, named Kenny Veach, YouTuber, kind of, disappeared whilst hiking Mojave Desert and he hasn't been seen since. Okay, that's a fair description. You've mentioned the key timeline, fair enough, and the age. Good. Veach had been searching for a strange vibrating cave shaped like an M he'd stumbled upon earlier that year not far from Area 51. Okay. They're saying not far from Area 51. Well, literally the base is much further away. But at least they're not saying directly at Area 51. They're saying not far from. A little bit better wording compared to others. Today, no one knows what might have happened to him. No one knows. It would have made more sense to word it as no one knows what happened to him. Not might have, because that seems a bit of uncertainty. You're confident but you don't know, but you're kind of suggesting what might have happened, this and that. You know, get your mind straight, okay? This article hasn't included my research, which does suggest that Kenny is still alive, so that's disappointing. Anyway, but his disappearance has sparked a number of bone-chilling conspiracy theories over the years. Not everything has to be a conspiracy, right? Now, this title, Kenny Veach, passionate adventurer and inventor. True. Born in 1967 in Las Vegas, Kenny Veach was an avid hiker known for his YouTube channel. I guess Kenny Veach is known because of his YouTube channel, snakebitmgee. I agree with that. On this channel, he documented his days-long solo expeditions through the deserts of Nevada and California, highlighting his love for adrenaline-fueled adventures. During these hikes, he often collected items like animal bones and other curiosities, which he used to decorate his house. Now, this is extremely interesting because how you can interpret it here in this little paragraph is very similar to what I've said in the past about Kenny Veach having more than one hike video on his channel. It seems like this article has done some research to understand when he was born, where he's from, what he was known for, etc. They put a bit more effort in here, which is good. But for this article to state that on Kenny Veach's channel he documented long solo hikes through Nevada and California, if you go on Kenny's channel right now, he's only got one video up. But for some people who were around in the past, they saw multiple hike videos on his channel. And this article here is in agreement with that, because this article says that Kenny had multiple hike videos on his YouTube channel. Yet there's only one. Why is that? Because the rest were deleted. I think more people need to be talking about that. Just like Kenny Veach's comment being deleted. You know, like Jeff Clark, we talk about traces being removed, articles, news reports online being removed. The same's happening with Kenny Veach, his own channel, and his own comments. What's that all about? Isn't it weird? Right? So I've got a screenshot we'll use that for the future. During these hikes, he often collected items like animal bones and other curiosities. Yeah, we saw that. Shortly before his disappearance, Veach had reportedly left his job as a coffee company service technician to try his luck at becoming an inventor. Fair enough. During this time, he created what he claimed to be an improved version of a toilet paper holder and submitted his inventions to the show Shark Tank, which was via YouTube. And that's correct. He also attempted to sell his house, but with an unusual condition. The buyer had to hire him as a caretaker and live there, agreed to let him continue to decorate the home in his own style. Unfortunately, no one took him up on the offer, maybe because they thought it was a bit dodgy and suspicious. Now, it doesn't seem to mention anything here about when the videos were uploaded. Just for context, Kenny Veach's M Cave hike video was uploaded October of 2014. I think it was October 2014. And then, as for his other videos, they were all uploaded on the same day, which is a bit weird. And that was October 2, I believe. Now, it says, but Veach's true passion was solo hiking in Mojave and Great Basin deserts. He'd camp for days with just the basics, no GPS, compass or maps. Occasionally his girlfriend, Sharon Pilgrim, joined him on his adventures, but much of the time he hiked alone. Finally, an article words it correctly, that Sharon Pilgrim joined him on a couple of hikes, but Kenny mainly focused on solo. The amount of articles that have failed to include that is crazy. Now, it says eventually one of those adventures went horribly wrong. Well, supposedly it did. Now, the encounter with the M Cave. I like how this article is worded and structured. It's easy to follow, and there's key titles and subtitles with each topic and theme. So about the M Cave. In June 2014, Kenny Veach took to the comments section of a video titled Son of an Area 51 Technician, to relay chilling story. Troop in his post described hidden cave near Nellis Air Force Base, south of the infamous Area 51, with an entrance shaped like a perfect capital M. South. South. South of Area 51, okay. As soon as he entered the cave, he claimed he felt unusual vibrations throughout his body, coupled with an indescribable fear. Now, to be honest, right, the way it's worded here, and I guess it's been worded in the past, like Kenny Veach entered in only so far. And the closer he got, it vibrated worse, so then he left. Why didn't Kenny Veach give a description as to what it looked like when he was half in, or when he just stumbled on in partially? What did it look like? Okay, I know it said like it's shaped like a big, gigantic M, even though that's an exaggeration by Kenny, who later described it as little in his video, but that's just Kenny being Kenny, as Susan Veach describes. Fair enough. Deep, dark, yeah, we've seen that before, so you couldn't see what's within. But what about the inside of the opening, the inside of the rock, the shape of it? Not from the outside, but from the inside, if that's what Kenny Veach did. It just would have been interesting to get any extra details, because in contrast, when Frank from Exploring Abandoned Mines and Unusual Places went to one cave, unknown as for location, he looked on the rock wall, the sides of it, looked for a nail popping out, a gap, a crack, and wind blowing through air, so it could suggest that there was a mine within, a latch somewhere on the ground, to get the full idea of it all. I guess Kenny Veach wasn't that focused because he was more distracted by the vibrations and almost enchanted by it temporarily. What do we have there? Yeah, so that's from Kenny's hike there. In quotes, I've always entered every cave I find, but as I got close, vibrating became worse, high-tailed, He added, I saw a hike across mountain tops, we've seen that play with rattlesnakes. One particular cave was beyond anything, The search for the cave begins. After Kenny Veach posted about his chilling experience, a number of YouTube users responded with interest, encouraging him to return, document it, and provide evidence. So in October 2014, armed with a 9mm, Kenny attempted to find the cave again. However, in a video titled M Cave Hike, posted on October 18th, he admitted that he was unable to relocate the site. And yes, whilst it may have been posted October 18th, doesn't mean to say he went out on that day to record it, hike, and get back and then upload it. Likely, he went out a week or two before that, recorded it, came back, and then edited and then uploaded within October. Just as a reference. In quotes, found tarantula, we saw that in the previous one. Disappointed YouTube users flooded the comment section, criticising Veach for not proving his original claim. Many of them pushed Veach to go on another journey to find the M Cave, but one comment in particular stood out: "Lemmy Kilmister." Funny how they never mentioned the name Lemmy Kilmister, just the unknown individual. Prank gone wrong, probably. The whole "don't go back there, if you do, find the cave entrance, you won't get out." Yep. Unfortunately, Veach didn't heed this ominous warning, even though it's probably a prank. On November 10th, Veach embarked once again. Hike to the Sheep Mountains. Oh no, they've actually mentioned the name of the place, or roughly the area. Hallelujah. Wow. First article I've seen in a long time that's made key references to names. Telling his loved ones he planned to return the next day. He never did. Well, he at least told Sean Pilgrim from how that story was worded. Kenny Veach's disappearance and the rescue efforts to find him. When Kenny Veach didn't return from his overnight hike, his girlfriend Sean Pilgrim reported him missing. 7 days too late. Let's at least acknowledge that. In November 2014, search for Veach began. In the days following his disappearance, search and rescue teams explored an abandoned vertical mine shaft that had been featured in one of Veach's recent videos. Yep. Do you see how it mentions in one of Veach's videos, meaning more than one time? Interesting, right? There, they found the missing hiker's cell phone. His vehicle was discovered several miles away. Jomay Road, for reference there. And yes, whilst people can say, yep, Kenny's phone found near the mine shaft, his loose change was there too. Dave Cummings, the commander of Red Rock Search and Rescue in Las Vegas, commented on the find, stating in quotes, "We found a cell phone close to a very vertical mine shaft, and we can't find another trail. It doesn't mean that he's down the mine shaft, but we've tracked him as far as we can. We're having our other crews come in from search areas." Trail had gone cold. Then a user introducing herself as Veach's girlfriend, Sean Pilgrim, left a comment on his M Cave hike video. Yeah. She explained Veach had struggled with his mental health for years and may have ventured into the desert that day with the intention of dying by suicide. Not proven, not enough proof, but a suggestion. Okay. Had Kenny Veach died by suicide, or was something else at play? Fair enough. It's good to include the other possibilities. Theories surrounding Kenny Veach's fate. Kenny Veach's body has never been found. True. To this day, no one knows for sure what happened to him. Well, I have an idea what happened to him because I provided evidence to suggest a certain outcome. So do the research there, then. Though a number of chilling theories have emerged. Some are theories, others can be proven more with possible evidence material. Veach was often reckless on his hikes. Yeah. This was a man who claimed to play with rattlesnakes for fun. He regularly embarked on his multi-day desert journeys alone, exploring caves, abandoned mines, and areas with little cell phone coverage. He reportedly didn't carry a map or compass, and his food and water supplies were minimal. Yeah. Does it mention anything else, though? Many have suggested that because of his recklessness, Veach might have gotten lost or injured or succumbed to dehydration or hypothermia, cold traps. It's also conceivable that he had encountered a wild animal. The Mojave Desert is home to rattlesnakes, mountain lions, coyotes. An encounter with any of them could have ended tragically. Yeah, fair enough. And yet, despite Kenny, all the other hikers that have been out there, they've not been hurt by any of the wildlife. They've not really been in danger. With the exception of Jeff Clark, the snake charmer, who seemed to keep coming across them here and there. But as for the other hikers, it's been all right. They've not even captured any mountain lions on camera. So maybe it's not as bad as you think. It might be more so the environment itself, the terrain itself, that's the biggest threat to a person. It doesn't mention anything here, though, about Kenny Veach in the past, where he said himself that he went on a 20-mile hike up a mountain or something and got injured, blew his left leg out and needed airlifting out to safety. Yeah, that was a true story. And that Kenny did get bit by a snake in the past. Hence why his username, snakebitmgee, play on words there. Interesting. Veach could have died of exposure, falling down a mine shaft, or being the victim of foul play. You never know. However, another theory suggests that the M Cave could be the entrance to a secret government facility. Veach had described the cave as being near Nellis Air Force Base in Area 51. You can't have Nellis Air Force Base and Area 51 near to each other. They're miles apart, but if you're talking about the military land, yeah, it's You might as well say it's the same thing. Anyway, some conspiracy theories believe he might have stumbled upon government secrets and that his disappearance was an attempt to keep him quiet. Fair point. Others have theorised that Veach may have disappeared after an encounter with aliens. There's a mine shaft there. Then again, as his girlfriend suggested, Veach may have died by suicide, even though there's no proof. Pilgrim wrote on YouTube that she believes he had intentionally left his cell phone behind so that no one could trace his whereabouts. And yet people were able to trace his whereabouts into the desert up to a certain point. Why not just leave your phone at home to begin with? Wouldn't that be the best case? She also said he hadn't brought his camera with him on the hike to the M Cave and had no intention of filming anything. What about the other camera then? Unfortunately, Kenny Veach's body has never been found and no one has heard from him in 10 years. Well, that's a bit of bollocks because Susan Veach, the sister-in-law to Kenny Veach, was contacted by Kenny Veach's Facebook account. Unfortunately, Susan wasn't around at the time to answer the call, but tried calling back later. And what happened? No answer. Kenny ended up uninstalling, well, Kenny's Facebook account uninstalled the Facebook Messenger. Wow, interesting. Now, whether he was abducted by aliens or perished somewhere out in the Nevada desert, his disappearance remains a head-scratching mystery to this day. After reading the tale of Kenny Veach, we'll learn about Lauren DeMollo, who claims she was being followed just a few days before she vanished, and Lars Mittank, a German tourist who disappeared from a Bulgarian airport. I think I've heard the odd name there in previous articles. And then we've got a call there. Once again... do you want it said Lifeline Crisis Chat? I thought that said Lifeline Christ. Oh, no. The candles. Right. So that appears to be it there for the article. I would say that the second article that we looked at was miles better than the first one. Bit more research was done and constructed very well. When we've looked at previous articles, news reports, it's been a bit all over the place and it's been hard to keep up with. They've ended up rushing on in, saying, oh, this happened, that happened, and then they've gone on to something else. It's been a bit all over the place, but here it was layered, structured, fine, easy to follow and read, and also very interesting how that article also is in agreement that Kenny had multiple hike videos on his YouTube channel originally, just like how I've witnessed it myself and how some of you too. So what's going on there? Why were things taken away? Was it hiding something, the original location of the cave? It's a shame there's no long-time viewers from Kenny Veach's channel that watched those videos if they could report on what they actually saw, and if they can remember. That would be interesting to know, right? So, with that being said and done, hopefully you found this video interesting. Feel free to like and share this video to help spread the awareness of the Kenny Veach case, and so more people can learn about it. Maybe do a few short videos here and there in the background, a few different ideas coming in because of these articles and some of the information it provides. So there's no harm focusing there. I think the next video will probably focus on Dylan Rounds, but more of a formal one compared to the video last night. As said, you want to catch up on the recent videos, I symbol, click on that, you'll be able to catch up there. So thanks for watching, see you next time. Goodbye, good night for now.